Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit TCG Castle for more.
Looking to grade your Pokemon cards and you don't know how to do it? Check out Ludkins Collectables and grade your Pokemon cards with zero risk. Check video description or visit ludkinscollectables.com for more.
Hey, how's it going, Pokefans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In this video, I have something really special. So in this video, I decided to play with Garchomp Lucario deck for the standard format. So it's a little bit updated from the last time that I used to play with it. And it's much more better and much more consistent, as you can see in front of you. Deck works pretty well, and I really like it. What I like the most about this deck is the fact that you can one-hit knock out your opponent with Raw Blades for 230 in total. So Garchomp had the ability to strike for 200 if you played Cynthia. But if, which is more than enough for the one-hit knockout. Let me say about Duskmane Necrozma, Duskwing Necrozma, against Tapu Lele, against Boswell GX, against Zorak GX, against... Okay, for Zorak GX you don't even need to play that, you just need to have Choice Band against Lycanroc, but if you add Choice Band then you can go for one hit knockout against what's the name of the card? Gardevoir, for example, and many others, but the only Pokemon that you cannot knock out are going to be Solgaleo, Lunale, I think, with 250, and Metagross GX, of course, with 250 damage counters, but 250 HPs. But yeah, it's just insane for how many damage counters Garchomp can attack. So with Fighting Energy and Double Course Energy for a trait, which is amazing. On the other side, Turbo Assault Garchomp from the breakpoint with 60 damage counters and 1 energy can help us to accelerate 1 energy from our discard pile to one of our Garchomps on the bench. So for the Garchomp lineup, I decided to roll with 4 Gables with the Rock Hiding, 2 Gabites with the Sandtomb, and of course 2/2 line of the Garchomp, the main attacker, and of course with support attack. On this deck list, you're also going to find 2 Riolus and 2 Lucarios. Riolu is the one with the deck because if we can flip a heads on the coin flip, we can prevent all damage counters done to this Riolu in case we start with it and we cannot retreat to something good. With the Pregnative Aurora Lucario, if we have Garchomp in play, we can just search the deck for any card we want. And that's pretty much it. More from the Pokemons you're going to find in this deck list are going to be 1 copy of Tapu Lele GX for the Wonder Tag, and 2 copies of Alolan Vulpix with the Beacon, because it's a very nice card that can actually help a lot to build up those Garchomps in play. So moving on to the item cards, we're going to find 1 copy of the Counter Catcher on this deck list. In some certain situations, Counter Catcher is going to be such a powerful card, especially in the situations where we're going to play Cynthia and we're just looking to take, you know, last 2 price cards maybe against, I don't know, something like a Tapu Lele, for example. And then Counter Catcher can work. Or any other Pokemon that we really wants to snipe. But the Counter Catcher will only work if we have more price cards in rank than our opponent. Then 2 copies of Evosaurus, so we can have much better chance to set up turn 2 Lucarios in play. 2 copies of Fuel Blower, as well as 1 copy of Palpad, so we can shuffle 2 supporter cards from a discard pile back into our deck, mainly for those Cynthias. 4 copies of Puzzle of Time. Being able to play 2 of them at the same time, we can easily recover any 2 cards from our discard pile and put it back into our hand, which is very important. And of course, the most important piece of this puzzle, the sweetest card in Pokemon TCG, I would say, is Rare Candy. So it's a very important playset of rare candies. Speaking about returning Pokemons from discard pile back into our hand or deck, I'm running a single Rescue Stretcher, no sign of the Super Rod because I can recycle energies with my Garchomp. And of course, 4 copies of the Ultra Ball for the setup. Moving on to the support line, of course, we're going to find 2 copies of Bridget for the setup, mainly 4 copies of Cynthia as our main draw supporter, as well as 2 copies of Guzmas and 3 copies of the N. In addition to all of these cards, I'm also decided to play 2 copies of Choice Band for extra 30 damage, and instead of the Floatstone, for the first time I'm running a Skateboard, just because with the help of the escape board, since all of my Pokemons actually in play have only 1 retreat cost, if my opponent actually decide to maybe sleep me or affect me with some special condition, I can always retreat under the escape board. And of course, 4 6 energies, 4 double cores, and 6 regular fighting energy cards. Possible tech for this deck could also be Alolan Ninetales GX, because then we can use that Ninetales GX attack with the double cores energy. That can potentially be a good attack as long as we already have those 2 Alolan Vulpixes. If you're looking for any of these cards, you can always find them on ccgcastle.com. If you may be looking forward to send your cards to the PSA submission, make sure to check ludkinscollectables.com. Link is provided in my video description. So yeah, let's just move on to the game test so you can actually see this deck in action. So see you in the game. Okay, so starting first, not the worst opening hand, I should say that. That's for sure. I can have that retreat at my turn 1 onto my Vulpix. And I think I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm just still thinking, yeah, I should go with 2 Guzmas. Who would say that I'm gonna discard 2 Guzmas at my turn 1? That's just insane. Really it is. But it is how it is. Really, I want to get explosive start here. And this is gonna be 1 Bridget. I basically have 2 different options there. I can set Bridget, and I can grab myself 2 Riolus. Nah, it's not gonna be for 2 of them. It's just gonna be something like this. And I'm going to retreat onto my Vulpix because I have that energy attached. And for now, that's it. So it's very important for me to get another, to have 3 Garchomps in play. And there's the Bridget for my opponent as well. So Duskmane across my GX on the other side of the field. 2 Guzmas in my discard pile. Very promising. So with the Magnemite, you can search your deck for 3 Metal Energies and put them into your hand. Not a bad card at all. Speaking about not a bad card at all, I'm going to Ultra Ball. So this is going to be first Ultra Ball in play. And it needs to be for something like a Lucario. I wish I have another one, but unfortunately I don't. And after that it's time to play first Cynthia in this game. Alright, how the things looking right now? I'm gonna do something like this. And then I'm gonna go with the Beacon. And with the Beacon, I'm gonna grab myself these 2 cards, just because I'm expecting to see knockout from my Vulpix. And I don't have rare candy, that's another problem. I just discarded rare candy from my hand turn before. But anyways, can my opponent get enough resources to knock me out? Well, there's a Cynthia, so it looks like he might not be able to knock out my Vulpix this turn. But that's just pretty much fine for me. Oh, okay. This might give him a victory here with the Timeless GX. But also good thing about this Dialga is the fact that you can use Aura Clock and draw cards so you have 6 in your hand. That can definitely accelerate your hand and setup. Speaking about hand and setup, I was not knocked out here in this case, so, ooh, there is the rare candy. Rare candy top deck. Makes a lot of sense if somebody gonna ask me. Yeah, let's go with something like this. And then this, and then I'm gonna search a skateboard, of course, if I can find one. All right, there it is. Yep, since I can attach only one energy from my discard pile. Ooh, I think it's maybe better to go with something like this. Retreat instead of the escape board, but I can still attach a skateboard, for example, on my Vulpix. And then I can play Cynthia. Alright, and then I can return back with the Pulp Pad those Cynthias into my deck. Alright. And of course it's time for the Turbo Assault. So, 9 damage counters and double Chorus energy can go down to my Gabite. So for now that looks just pretty fine. There are 2 copies of Puzzle of Time as well. And there's the first Fill Blower in the game. Alright. So still he needs Magnezone, and I'm seeing a Skyla play, so there's the Ultra Ball. And this is going to be Ultra Ball for probably Magnezone. He already had Rare Candy in his hand. 2 Metal Energies discarded. Skyla has been used as well, so this is very important to know. There we go, a Rare Candy play for the Magnezone, and right now my opponent can, oh again, Magnetic Circuit. Who is going to get energy cards? Looks like he really wants to shred me, maybe even Timeless GX. No, just a shred. Ooh, okay. So that was just a shred. I guess it's time for me to go with the Evosoda. Alright, I really need another attacker here in this position. No question about that. So what's gonna be the card for me? It's gonna be the Choice Band. There we go. So I guess I can apply some pressure to my opponent with my Tapu Lele, I guess, as well. So Turbo Assault should be enough for the knockout. And that 1 Fighting Energy will go down to my Tapu Lele as well. 2 prize cards for me. Cynthia, and another Puzzle of Time. Very important. Alright, so for the next turn, as long as I have 2 Puzzle of Times and Cynthia, I don't need to worry too much. I can easily win my opponent. I can easily knock out his Duskmane Necrozma. So with 3 energies right now, he can use Sun Eclipse GX and strike me for 250, but he rather decided to go first with the N. And yeah, he can still just get another Metal Energy and knock me out. Ooh, 3 copies of Cynthia. Ooh, this looks very promising. That's for sure. Very, very promising. If I can just grab a single copy of... Ooh, Cloud Slash. Okay, that's enough for the knockout because I already had 8 damage counters. So I definitely need 2 Puzzle of Times. If I can't find 2 Puzzle of Times, actually I don't even need 2 Puzzle of Times. Why I'm talking about that? I just need to play that Cynthia. That's it. So let's roll with the Cynthia. Shall we? Alright. Alright. So energy for my Gable. I can even search my deck for any card that I want. I don't see reason why I wouldn't go for something like a Puzzle of Time, so I can prepare myself for the next turn. There we go. The good thing about that is that you don't need to show your opponent what you took in your hand, and that's going to be Royal Blade. 200. Again, that Necrozma was just, you know, 1 hit knocked out. And it's my opponent's turn again. All I really need here is just, you know, Fighting Energy, and that's it. So there's a Choice Band. Since my opponent plays deck that's the Stage 2 deck and probably have tiny thickness chance of being able to play something like Enhanced Hammer in his deck. I just decided to attach my energy, double colors energy to my Gable. Otherwise, I would probably just go for a basic energy card attachment with my Sensitive Premonition, actually Pregnative Aura, Presignative, whatever. Not sure really how should I pronounce that. Pregnative, I guess. Anyways, I don't need to bother too much about that. I just need to get that rare candy Garchomp play. That's it. So there's the pulp pad for my opponent. Best thing for my opponent literally right now is just to get that in and end me down to only 2 cards. But still, even if he can do that, and he can do that, so that means that the game is over for him. This is the power of the Garchomp, my friends. If you're not familiar with the Garchomp, this is how this deck really is. It's a very broken deck. In my opinion, the best non-attacking deck in the standard format, I guess. I mean, yeah, Alolan Dugtrio is also pretty cool, but it really relies too much on those energy recycling, I guess. So let's go with the, what a nice top deck. What a nice top deck. But I still need a couple things. And I'm gonna start with the Ultra Ball. Okay. So what I'm searching with the Ultra Ball. Puzzle of Time, I guess. If I have, no, I have Cynthia and Fighting Energy. Alright. So I guess with the Ultra Ball I can grab another Riolo and put him on the bench. But since I have that Lucario, I'm just gonna grab myself a Puzzle of Time, and then with 2 Puzzle of Times at the same time, I will grab that Cynthia and will also take into my hand that Fighting Energy, so I can basically knock on my opponent with my Royal Blades for 200. That's it. So yeah, very, very powerful deck. I really like it. It's a very consistent, and yeah, it's very amazing deck that can be used in the standard format. So there's just no question about that. Mystery box available. 380 damage counters in total. Yeah, plus 230. If my opponent didn't concede, that would be even more. But definitely GG, and yeah, there's the numbers that you can see. It's very hard when you need to deal about losing or taking 1 prize against 2, so that's the GG.